Okay. Moving into the 2012 A-level paper. Right. Looks like the same table, but not the same table like we did before. The table indicates the number of labor hours required in country X and Y to produce 1 unit of food and 1 unit of clothing. Now, what data have they given us? Input data, the output data. Last 2011, they gave us output data. Now, here what data have they given us? They have given us input data. This is not the number of units that the countries can produce. This is the number of hours they take to produce it. Now, how do you read this? You read this in country X to produce 1 unit of food, they need 20 hours. In country X, to produce 1 unit of food, they need 20 hours. Hours is input, how much of labor hours they need. Now, how do you read the table in the previous question here, Methana? What is this? In country X, with 1 unit of input or with their inputs, they can produce 200 units of cloth. This 200 was output. This is 200 units of cloth, the one that we did in 2011. So be very careful, Lamai, because the way you find comparative advantage changes when it's input data. Also absolute advantage. Now, can you tell me, Lamai, if it's input data that is given, how do you find absolute advantage? How do you find absolute advantage? The country that uses monada. Now, output data, whoever who has the highest amount of output, they have the absolute advantage. If it's input data, how do you figure out? Whoever who takes the lesser amount of inputs, neither. Tell me. So, country X, to produce 1 unit of X, they are taking 20 hours. Country Y is taking only 10 hours. So, who has the absolute advantage for food? Now, here am I. On the columns, they have given the goods. On the rows, they have given the countries. So, you can interchangeably use this. You have to read it carefully. So, who has the absolute advantage for food? Who is taking the lesser amount of labor hours? Country Y. So, you can say Y. Then tell me, Lamai, for clothing. For clothing, country X is taking 50 hours. Y is taking 20 hours. Who has the absolute advantage for clothing? That is also Y. Remember, Lamai, absolute advantage. One country can have the absolute advantage for both the goods. That is why it's like a flawed theory, Lamai. Okay. So here also country Y. Then, guys, going into monada, going into comparative advantage. The correct method of calculating now, how do you find opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is your foregone number of units divided by your gained number of units. Now, method number of units deal. They have not told the output here. They have given us input data. Now, the opportunity cost we find based on output data. Now, when you find opportunity cost, let's say you get 2 units of rice. That means to produce 1 unit of cloth, they have to give up 2 units of rice output. So, using input data, if you want to calculate opportunity cost, the formal method is you have to convert this into output data and you have to calculate. But you can use a shortcut here. The shortcut is this. Okay, I'm hoping your teachers would have taught you all that, right? The shortcut, some of the teachers would have shot the shortcut without any, without saying there is a proper method. Shortcut, Lamai, to find this, okay, I will just zoom in this a little, okay? If you want to find the opportunity cost of producing food in country X, okay, take this 20, divide it by how much of labor they need in country Y. Sorry, how much of labor they need for producing clothes. 20 divided by the clothes 50. So for food they need 20, for clothes they need 50. So simply take 20 divided by 50, you will get a number. That is their opportunity cost. So can you tell me what's the number? 20 divided by 50, 2 divided by 50, 2 divided by 5, 0 point, don't have space here, I'll put it in the bottom. Okay, 0.4 clothes. So 0 point, that is their opportunity cost. Opportunity cost of country X to produce food. Do the same thing for clothes then, Lamai. How will you find it for clothes then? Simply take this 50 divided by the other good. Other good is food. So 50 divided by 20. How much do you get here? 5 divided by 2, 2.5 units of food. Right. Then Lamai, look for country Y. Country Y, how do you find? Shortcut. Simply 10 divided by 20. How much do you get? 0 point. Then clothing, 20 divided by 10, you get 2 units of food. Okay. So now compare the countries and see, Lama. Okay. If you take food, country X's opportunity cost is 0.4 clothes. Country Y's opportunity cost is 0.5 clothes. Who has the lower opportunity cost? Country X or Y. Take food. Who has the lower opportunity cost? Country X, no? Because their opportunity cost is 0.4. Automatically, for the other good, other country should have. Balanna information here. Clothes, X's opportunity cost is 2.5. Y's opportunity cost is only 2. So, for clothes, country Y. So, remember, Lamai, when they have given you input data, the proper method is to convert this input data into output data. I'll teach that you all. There is a past paper essay question, and I will go through very basics and advanced stuff in the seminar also. Okay. So, simply, I'm hoping you all remember it's a past paper class again, not a theory class. You all remember the shortcut. So, what you should do is to find opportunity cost. If they have given you input data, simply take the labor hours or the number of labor units, divide it by the labor units needed to produce the other good. Then you can find the opportunity cost. So then Lamai, comparative advantage, will go and fill our table. Comparative advantage for food. Comparative advantage for food is with Kauda, is with country X. Comparative advantage for clothing is with country Y. So based on this information, you tell me which answer is correct. Read through the answers and tell. Which one is the answer? They are saying country X has the comparative advantage in producing both food and clothes. No, no, wrong. Okay. Y has the comparative advantage in producing both food and cloth. Usually, my comparative advantage you can't have for both. Okay. Country X has the comparative advantage in food. Correct. Whereas Y has the comparative advantage in clothes. Right. Can be your answer. Y has the comparative advantage in food. Y food? No. Y has in clothes. Neither country has a comparative advantage. No, they have. Okay. So answer number 3. Same question, Lamai. Every year they will ask by changing the input or output approach, by changing the numbers, they will ask. Is this okay? 2012, question number 36. How why for clothes, Lamai? Because they have the low opportunity cost. So if you take clothes, country X's opportunity cost is 2.5, Y's opportunity cost is only 2. So whoever who has the lower opportunity cost has the comparative advantage. Done. That is 36. There is only one question. That is, so 2012 is done.